Graham, there's something I've always wanted to know. Host to host, do you ever ask a question of somebody and then totally glaze over?
Oh, all the time. All the time. And then you sort of zone back in, there's still... Oh, you've glazed over. I get it.
Sorry.
I get
Come on, Graham. Come on.
Lou, I see you clenching that hardback book there.
Yeah, that's my role on the show. I pop things in here.
Oh, the bad Bible.
Yeah. I'm here to pop something in the book, and I'm also a little something for the dads. And mums. OK.
And I'm something for the granddads.
And grandmoms.
Now, Lou, we mustn't forget, Lou, your role here, as you say, is to keep noting everything into the bad Bible.
And a friend.
Well, I'd say more PA than friend, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, if PA stands for...
Pretty awesome?
Yes. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah, and I can think real fast on my feet.
Yes. And she's not going to be back next week. Now, Ed.
Hello.
You've said before that you don't get to talk that much about your love for heavy metal music in your act. Is that right?
Correct.
This is a safe space, Ed.
Thank you.
We're all friends here. Please feel free to talk about heavy metal right now.
Thank you very much. And now we'll commence my TED Talk on death metal from Sweden in the 1990s.
Actually, I've changed my mind.
OK, fair enough.
Now, Richard.
That was brief.
It was. I thought you were joking about moving on, but no,
Okay.
you've genuinely moved on.
No, fair enough.
People never buy that I like heavy metal because I look like a Mormon. I understand that. But I've got a lot to say about it.
Who is your favourite metal act?
I enjoy the work of Slipknot. I enjoy the work of Napalm Death.
Richard, you made several series of Travel Man.
OK, yes.
Did you enjoy any of those trips? Even the Paris trip, Richard, that we made
Oh, right,
together?
that you were on. Yes.
Yeah.
Please don't try and strong-arm me into a compliment.
It's weird because when I went on Travel Man, for the first 48 hours, I thought you hated me.
What changed? No, I don't mean I did.
Look, I was very keen to get back home.
But that is always the case. I'd like to leave now.
It's a bit like with parties. If you don't go, it's always fine.
When you leave a party, and this is open to everyone here.
Oh, I love this.
When
Real
you leave a
chat.
party,
Yeah.
do you just leave or do you say bye?
This is it.
What do you do?
And then you're out.
It's Slightly Pan's People,
Thank you.
which was a dance group in the 1970s.
Are we going to keep the references a bit younger for this?
Yes, actually, that's true. Yes.
Is that how you announce your arrival as well?
Oh,
Is it just that, and then you stay for 1 minute, and then it's that, and then you're off again?
No, it's not like the Karate Kid throughout.
I have to say it takes me an hour to leave a party.
You are the best kind of guest.
Thank you very
Not so
much.
much you.
No.
And in fact, excuse me, Sanders, can we note down in the bad Bible, Richard, terrible party guest?
Yes.
I put Richard a bit of a... Is that the sort of thing I've sort of summarised?
I don't think you need bit of.
No.
Why are you writing stuff down when this is being recorded?
That's a very good question, Richard.
Ever heard of a little thing called a format point?
It's too early to call it a format.
We will just pick apart the format.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I love it. I love it.
I'm kind of a third series kind of booking, really.
I mean, I worked as a waitress many, many times, and I ruddy loved being a waitress, can I just say? I have to confess, though, Mike, gang, once, this is not good, there was a really, really rude customer. She was absolutely flipping horrific. So I did something rather nasty to her pasta dish in the kitchen via the nostril. Exactly. Oh dear, oh dear, I know. I also put some floor sweepings on there as well. All that reminds me of another restaurant apology that you owe Graham Norton. I'm just going to go over into the booth myself, actually. Excuse me. The next voice you hear will be of an actor, so that you don't know that it's me.
Do you remember arranging to meet a certain Melanie Philomena Giedroyc for lunch?
So So how do I start? So basically,
Basically, what happened? What happened, gang, was Graham asked me to meet him for lunch. I'm really chuffed. That's a lovely, lovely thing. So I went there, appointed day, appointed time. Sat, was rather shishy, lovely little restaurant in Soho, and I sat there, really lovely. I dressed up a little bit, you know, really excited to see Graham. And the clock went by, and it was 10 minutes. OK, that's fine. I'm not quite looking like a bell end yet. I will be probably in about 10 minutes, but at the moment, everything cool.
So Mel's doing this. Mel's in a restaurant by herself.
For an hour, Graham.
But me, unaware, totally forgotten about this. I've totally forgotten that I'm seeing Mel for lunch. I meet another friend. And I go, do you want to go for lunch? And they went, yeah. And I went, why don't we go to that restaurant? What was going on in my fucking mind? Let's go to the restaurant I've already arranged to go to.
And stood me up.
So we walk in, and the maitre d' person went, oh, she'll be so pleased you're here. And I'm thinking, who the fuck is over here? And then I see this smiling face, you know that thing where the mist cleared? And I was like, oh, shit. But I...
-10.
I think you're going to feel a fool when you watch it back, because I think you're getting your surname wrong. That's certainly not how I've been saying it, and I've known you
no one
years.
said it that
I
way.
think it's Giedroyc. Yeah. How are you saying it?
I said Giedroyc.
You said Giedroyc.
Yes, clean your ears out, car.
I say it Perkins. Have I been getting it wrong?
Right, yeah.
That cuts deep. Don't clap her. Right, now, Lou, I see you have brought along all the knowledge there. You've got the good book of bad deeds, the so-called bad Bible.
The format points.
Good, thank you. Anything you say, panel, will be jotted down in Lou's bad Bible, and eventually we will decide who is truly unforgivable. Any fun snippets in the book that you'd like to share, Lou?
Just like Jimmy, Al Capone also did not pay his taxes. And also... And also died from syphilis. It's in the book.
Our truth booth has been expensively redressed as a confessional, and we have invited members of the public to smash through the fourth wall, enter that sacred space and make their confession to us. But we will be censoring their confessions, and it's up to the panel to try and fill in the missing parts of their stories. Buzz in when you think you have an answer. Remember, team, the more depraved your answer, the more points you lose, which is, and I don't know if I've told you this enough, the aim of the game. On to the first confessor, and it's Zoe. Oh, hang on a tick, Zoe. Wait just a sec while I extend this, the microphone. It could be some time, Zoe, but I contractually cannot move away from this raised dais here. So here we go, Zoe.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah?
Very good. Again, just a tip, but you could put a mic in the booth.
Richard, shush, it's not...
These are basic things.
Yeah, and then do you think I'd be that close to that vagina?
I have a feeling maybe,
I'm so sorry.
Is this a good time to say I've actually got a phobia of sponge?
Oh, you've got a phobia of sponge, Zoe! Oh, no!
Yes. That's right.
Oh, Zoe, I'm so sorry.
You don't... That's right, Mel. That's why you put the mic in the booth. You don't throw sponges at people when it's very likely they're going to be frightened of sponge. It's very likely.
Zoe, I'm really sorry, my love. Are you OK? As you can see...
Mel, you've won. You've won. You've won the game.
Mel, take it away from her.
Stop pointing the sponge at the woman, Mel. Get the sponge away from...
Zoe, please crack on with your confession to the panel.
I once killed a baby by...
Now, before we crack on with it, I'm sure Richard's got a few questions about the format.
Do you mind buzzing in?
Richard.
The first thing I want to say is sorry to you.
Sindhu.
I once killed a baby bird by trapping it in the room and turning on the ceiling fan.
That's good, but what's Zoe's confession?
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I thought it was my confession.
No, Sindhu.
Oh, shit, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, dear. That's another -10.
That's all
I
right.
did.
That's so much worse than hitting a child in the centre of the face.
Wait, but I thought...
Is it I once killed a child by punching it in the centre of the face?
Ed, any
I
thoughts?
once killed a baby new potato by crushing it with my fork and some butter.
Was it that,
Okay, so
Zoe?
it's what Zoe has done.
Zoe, can you
sorry.
reveal?
Zindu, how do you not understand that? Why do you think Zoe's here if it's not about what she's done?
Because I thought... OK, here's what I thought. I thought everyone knows what Zoe did, and then we have to say something that's true, but that's worse than what Zoe did, then I win.
Oh, that would be good.
Zoe, can you please reveal to us your blanks?
Sindhu was quite close. I once killed a baby chick by pushing it down a slide.
Oh, very good. Zoe, everybody, thank you so much. Good points for you, Sindhu. Olivia, step into the booth. What do you have to confess?
Whoa.
That's a long one. At my uncle's funeral, I got my and had to be...
OK, now can you do it in a normal accent, please?
If you're calling someone a moron, you're calling them a carrot
That's
in
right.
Welsh.
I think if you're calling them a fucking moron, they get the message. I think they'd have to be a moron to think I'm calling them a carrot. Oh, he's calling me a carrot. Oh, he's ever so nice. I love a carrot.
Oh, stop it. I'm going to need that bag.
At my uncle's funeral, I got my shirt stuck in the casket and had to be cut out by my weeping aunt.
Wow. No. At my uncle's funeral, I got my vagina out and had to be shaved.
Was that it? No. Was that it, Olivia? No. Olivia, come on, tell us.
At my uncle's funeral, I got my head stuck in railings and had to be rescued by firemen.
That's good.
Wow.
That's good.
Very strong. Next to spill her rotten guts, it's Mags. Fingers on buzzers panel. Oh, full extension, Mags.
Ooh. I spent nearly on stationery in a colleague's name in order to win him a toolkit worth...
Oh, Mags.
I think you spent nearly £100 in a colleague's name to win him a toolkit worth £25.
No.
I spent £5,000.
No.
Oh.
I love the way she's saying that, like, you fucking idiot.
I spent £87,000, 421 pesos, and a blowjob.
Mags, reveal to us. This is absolutely... We're on tenterhooks.
I spent £20,000 on stationery in a colleague's name in order to win him a toolkit worth £85.
So when you say in a colleague's name, they had to pay that money?
No, I set up an account for him as a kind of surprise.
What a horrible surprise.
Yeah. It was Christmas. I thought he'd like a toolkit.
Yeah. At least he has all of the equipment to kill and bury you.
Yeah. He doesn't know. I never owned up to it.
So this is the first time
This
you've
is
ever...
confession, yeah. I would never tell him. Well, obviously. We've all made mistakes, haven't we?
We have.
We have, that's true.
I made lots. That was mild,
Mags. Really? Oh, Mags. Do you feel good, though, now that you've cleansed yourself of this?
I mean, I know I should feel bad about it, and I do to some extent, but I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Ladies and gents, Mags. Now, Phil, we have it in our records that you once called your mum a whore.
You and me both, Phil, isn't it?
It was when I was a little boy, and I didn't know what the word meant. Whore. I was young and innocent. I just thought it meant silly person. And so my mother, dropped a fork at dinner, and I just went, "Oh, Mum, you whore." And she didn't let me get away with it. She was really like a prostitute. And I was just...
But you was 19 at the time, Phil.
was so innocent, Harry.
We'll have none of that sort of language on this show this evening, Phil. Thank you.
Yes.
Actually, no, we will have a lot of that language,
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Lou, can I just ask you, why you? Why not somebody like, I don't know, Mylene Klass?
I've got better tits. That's not in the book. You can't afford Mylene Klass. And also, you need someone that's done mucky stuff, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, Klass is squeaky clean,
She's
isn't she?
class. I once was showing off in a hospital.
Oh.
I got a private room, and I was in the hallway showing off about it, and then my friend was like, you've just been bragging in front of a woman with cancer.
Yeah, Mylene Klass isn't going to do that. Now, Desiree, welcome to Unforgivable.
Thank
lovely
you.
to see you. I'm right in thinking that you used to be a dominatrix.
Yes. I mean, I wouldn't call it unforgivable because they paid, you know? But, like, you can hit them everywhere, avoid major organs, don't hit them in the eyes or the kidneys. Everything else is fair game.
Wow. You could be a nun.
Alex, is that how you ended up like that from the dominatrix stuff? He said I could make those jokes!
Lou Sanders will not be here next week.
Can I still go on last leg, even though what I said...
No.
Graham, can I go on your show instead, then?
You can attend it, yes.
Rob, it's about stealing. Anything to say about that?
Oh, I ended up at Giles Brandreth's house on New Year's Eve.
Yes.
He had, like, a Rolodex. You know, with, like, people's names and things on them.
Mate, I've still got one. I remember them very clearly.
And, you know, he had a Rolodex and all of these really famous people. And on one of them was HRH, the Duke of Edinburgh.
Oh.
Yeah, and so I wrote the
stole
number
the
down.
number?
I stole
Of
Duke
Giles
of Edinburgh's number.
Brandreth?
Yeah, I'm not saying I phoned, but
I love that.
it was his real number.
I think he phoned,
Like
Gang.
of,
What
like-
do you think?
Did the Duke of Edinburgh reply to your dick pic or not?
What did you say? Was it like a prank call?
Did you pretend to be the Queen?
What? How many?
Hello, Philip, it's your wife here.
I'm stuck on a letter.
Lou, you are a proper wrong-un, is that right? The Dame of Shame, no less, Lou Sanders. Please give us a reason, Lou, why you think you're unforgivable.
When I was 17, I was sort of seeing this 45-year-old.
OK.
Because I was really pretty. And, well, one day we were doing sex and his daughter came in on us. And it turns out his daughter went to my school. So then me and her couldn't, like, look each other in the eye anymore, which is weird because her dad had looked in all of my eyes. It's that kind of thing. It's that kind of thing.
Jot that down.
And when
Please jot that down.
When I said eyes, did you get that I meant arsehole?
I certainly did. Absolutely. Richard.
Mel.
You are. Come on. Your turn to divulge, please.
So, at school, I didn't like playing rugby.
Right.
I couldn't really see the logic of voluntarily putting your arms around someone's legs as they were moving. You know, someone's run to tackle someone.
Awful.
To get down there,
Horrid.
right? It's
Yeah,
horrible, right?
horrid.
So I refused to tackle in a single game of rugby, and the coach, who didn't like me very much, and I wasn't that keen on him, but he used to say, you know, Bacon, you got to tackle. And I said, well, I don't want to. He said, if you don't tackle, you know, we're going to lose all our matches. And so I didn't do it. And then it got to Parents' Day, and I got out there, and I still didn't tackle. And at half-time, he really had a go at me. He went, Bacon, you've got to tackle. It's time to tackle.
Yeah.
So there was this lovely guy called Jonathan Alsop at the school, and he's a really nice guy, and he was partially disabled. And he had a partially functioning right arm and a partially functioning right leg. And so he obviously didn't normally play rugby, but his parents were there for parents. I'm getting nervous as I say the story.
Bacon, don't tip back on your chair, my love.
Thank you, Mel.
What's the worst-case scenario? He fucks up his arm and his leg. I call that justice, Mel. I call it justice.
Justice for Jonathan. Justice for Jonathan.
You haven't even finished the story.
Well, then the school decided
Yep.
that for the last 2 minutes of the rugby match that they would bring Jonathan on to play. And so everyone could see what the thought was, and his parents are there, and someone gave him the ball, and he was holding it in his working arm, and everyone in the team, both teams, just stood back. The pack stayed back, and he was sprinting, you know, sort of, for the try line. And he got the ball, and you could just hear the crowd cheering as Jonathan Alsop is about to score his first try. But in my head, all I could hear was, Bacon, you need to tackle. Bacon, you need to tackle. So I broke free from the pack.
Yeah.
And it was a funny experience. And this isn't 30 years ago now, but as I was running towards him, all of the cheering just died down. And it went quiet. And I got there, and just before he got to the try line, I did the right thing, and I took him down. Took him down.
Good. Thank you. Good.
And that was not the sound I heard when I took him down. And thank you.
I mean, it's very, very good, yeah.
It's a wrong gong apiece, guys.
Do you know what wasn't 30 years ago, though?
What?
You saying he was running sort of.
Oh. Yeah, well...
I tell you, you're not getting that job on the last leg, are you?
Now, Gemma, this is a show about airing your dirty laundry. Is it true, I read, you never wear the same pair of knickknacks twice?
Very true.
So presumably every year you've got, what, 365
Yes.
pairs of knickknacks?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I just don't have time to wash them. I don't like the way they feel after one wash.
I love that.
Don't.
I love that.
Darren, you're clapping on your own there, my love.
Yeah. No, I'm just being honest. One, I haven't got time to wash them. And two, I just like a fresh pair every time I go out.
So where do they go, though?
Well, they go in a drawer, and then my lovely assistant, Alexis, rolls them all up.
And smokes them.
No. But, yeah, I don't wear the same underwear twice. It's disgusting.
Have you heard of the environment?
I know, yeah. It's bad, isn't it? I've got to change my ways.
I'm going to put it down in the book.
Yeah, put it in the book. I am a sinner. I'm a bad girl. And coming on this show is probably going to be really therapeutic for me. I could change my ways.
She came, she confessed, and now she is cleansed, ladies and gentlemen.